Hello everybody, welcome to downtown Los Angeles. Right now we're flying over the 10 highway and we're heading into downtown LA, where we're going to try to land on one of the tallest buildings in Los Angeles and the United States, that being the US Bank Tower. This is going to be my first look at this helicopter, the R22 Robinson. They just added to Aerofly, so Aerofly is new to having helicopters, and wanted to check this one out. I'm wearing the Oculus Rift, so we're going to get the head movement with that. And yeah, the US Bank Tower, it was built in 1989. It's mainly just an office building. It's the 15th tallest building in the United States, and no longer the tallest in LA though. The tallest now is the Wilshire Grand Center, and they built that in 2017. It was finished. It's an office hotel. I've been there, and it's quite cool to be up there and be above all the buildings in Los Angeles. But they don't have that building in here, so, and I'm thinking just because of how recent it was built, being last year. But they do have the US Bank Tower, and that's what we're going to go towards. But yeah, I just want to give you a little tour around LA. We'll go by Dodger Stadium. We'll take a look at the Hollywood sign. I'm actually interested to see if they have the Hollywood sign in here on this scenery. And then we'll head back to Santa Monica, where we took off from, and we'll go land over there. I also want to see if the Santa Monica Pier has been modeled, so we'll head back behind us. But for right now, we're entering the downtown. Looks phenomenal off to our right there. Now just ahead you can see Dodger Stadium. It's at about our 1 o'clock. And we'll just do a little pass over that to see how that looks. And look at the 1 freeway that we're about to cross over. Yeah, Dodger Stadium, of course, this is where the LA Dodgers play their games. Recently in the World Series, last year had a big showdown. But yeah, this is Aerofly FS2. Now, everything you see here, you get included. I have not, there's no add-ons. You get Los Angeles and the helicopter. And they keep adding things, just like this R22. We didn't have that a few months back, now we do. So it's a good sim, especially if you want to be doing VR or VFR flying. It's a great sim for that. Probably the best VR experience of all the simulators. But if you're a helicopter person, this is definitely something to check out. I typically don't fly the helicopters too much, but it's something I've been wanting to get into. Just wasn't sure which one to purchase for the other sims, for prepared or whatever. I want to fly one that's pretty good and on a study level, and learn it and do some nice flying. But the great thing about Aerofly also is that they let you land on the buildings. Now, oftentimes in the other sims, like prepared, I'm not too sure about X-Plane, but I know in prepared, for the most part, if you try to land on a building, you just sink through it. You can't. They didn't model it to where you can land on the roof of most buildings. But in Aerofly, you can land on any of these. And you can also pick which building, like if you wanted to start out on the US Bank Tower on top of their helipad, you can start it. There's a start point for all the helipads in downtown LA, and I'm sure all the other major cities across the globe too. But in Aerofly here, yeah, you can start on the helipad. So we're entering the downtown now. I'm just going to fly around it, and then we'll come straight in for the Bank Tower. Also, that one is probably the most challenging because the area you have to land is a lot smaller. Basically the roof, the entire roof is the helicopter pad. There's really not room for much else. Really incredible having the Oculus on and looking down at these buildings. Frame rate's running pretty good too. Pretty much have all the settings in max. You can see the stable center right here. LA Live, that whole area. We've basically been maintaining 3,000 feet, but we're going to start getting down a little lower. That's the 110 highway. That crosses right by Los Angeles. Amazing view if you're driving down that. We're still a little high, so we're just gonna come up next to the bank tower. And the detail in these buildings too, and I love how they actually have the logos. If you look at the Bank of America building, it's got the logo, US Bank, you know, it's got the real logos. There was no, I guess there was no problem in with copyrights or anything using those. I don't know the rules for that, but it's nice they're included because it gives these buildings, you know, more character and more realism for how they actually look. And you can look down there and look at the windows, see the reflections of the lighting reflecting on those. It's pretty incredible. I'm just gonna make another pass around here. Now I'm really new to the helicopters. This is actually my first platform landing. I've landed on the ground before, but never on a rooftop helipad. So I'm probably, you know, probably won't be too pretty on my first try, but we'll do a few to practice it. At least want to get into the circle somewhat. Alright, we'll make our turn back around. It's going to be behind us. In hindsight, I probably should have sat on the right side, just so the legs and the hand kind of look like they're my own. But I wanted to sit on the left side. The detail on the person in here is pretty good too. Just he doesn't really blink or move or anything, but it's still good. It's still kind of nice to have a co-pilot. Need to climb just a bit. Alright, we'll just keep it steady, keep slowly moving towards the tower. We'll try to put it down. Whoa, we lost it there. Something started pushing us way back. I think if you start pulling back on the stick, the helicopter starts going backwards. So we're going to try to make that attempt again. That was pretty close. And to be, I'm telling you, to be in the Oculus and see that, to go backwards like that off the building, it looks pretty real. Feels real. This is my goal right now. It doesn't have to be too pretty. I just want to get it down. Oh. Well, we didn't tip it over. Wow, look at that up there. Let's go for the second attempt. Wow. That is the cool part, is climbing off the building. This is a lot of fun, guys. Like, if you have Aerofly FS2 and you haven't used it since this helicopter, try to do some landings on these buildings. It is, I've been flight simming for a while now, and this is up there with the fun. I've never been able to really do this, and you know, not this realistic. I feel like if you're somebody that only likes helicopters, you would still really like Aerofly just to be able to do this. Look at the cracks on the helipad, all this detail. Alright, so I think I can do a little better. We'll try to see if third time's the charm. I really want to get it just in the circle, just for the accuracy. Okay, here we are on the next approach. I feel like Spider-Man up here. I'm telling you, the realism of the sim, you know, like just the beauty of the scenery and the frame rate you get with it is perfect. It's pretty flawless. You won't see the frames as smooth with the Oculus recorded video, but you know, they're still really good. You'll see it in the Oculus. You'll see it even if you're not using the Oculus, but just using the regular camera. It's still incredible. It just handles your PC components much better because it's a newer sim. Just gonna try to put this down more, a lot more gentle. I'm kind of getting the trick of it. I'm right in the circle. All right. This one might pass for what I wanted to do. With the helicopter landings down now, I'm going to take you guys over to the Hollywood Hills, and we'll see if we can see the sign. Because I haven't been able to see it yet, which doesn't mean it's not there, I just haven't been close enough to see it. Trying to look around to see what kind of stuff I can show you guys. Of course, I got the LA River that runs through there. And then up here, and over this way, you have Griffith Park and the observatory. You know, some of this will look familiar to people who played Grand Theft Auto 5. They basically modeled Los Santos after LA pretty closely. And they did an amazing job at that. And not too far away, you have the Getty Museum, which is also a nice place to visit. These are the hills where a lot of the celebrities live, or very wealthy people to afford property into this region. Spot the homes pretty easily. And I am starting to see the Hollywood sign just ahead there, so we're going to try to fly a little bit closer to that so you guys can get a good view. It's right at the 12 of the this angle right now. but we're gonna have to get a lot closer. Still can't, can't believe these visuals. I mean, this might be the best simulator for VFR. Flight mechanics are really up there too. I'm not gonna lie to you, you will notice when you feel them. You'll feel the difference. And here we have the Hollywood sign. You can see it right in between the window frame here. The frame and the glare shield. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I still haven't done the hike. You can hike along here. Not all the way up to the sign. I know they protect that. It's illegal, but you can hike on there's paths to hike around here. Alright, having seen that, hope you're able to see it. We're going to turn back towards downtown LA, and we're going to head over to the Santa Monica area where we departed from, and put the helicopter back over there. You can fly near these mountains too. Just fly over them a little bit. The area back here, this is the Brookside Golf and Country Club. The Rose Bowl is also over here too. If you ever wonder where the Rose Bowl Stadium is, it's right over here. There's the city of Los Angeles. So many sights to see in the city of LA. Alright, we're more on the Santa Monica side of town. I want to see if the pier is over here by the beach. We got LAX to our left, and we got the Santa Monica Airport over to our right, which only has about 9 more years of life left before they'll be getting rid of it. And so unfortunately it will no longer be there. Hopefully maybe within that decade of time that something will change. They'll pass something that that can fix that, because I think that airport is going to be very missed. You know, it's a big hub for general aviation, and a lot of that will probably have to go over to LAX or some other field that's nearby. Yeah, we'll just go to the beach. Right now, it's not looking like it's there. That's okay. I was just happy enough to see the Hollywood sign. So I think I see some of this stuff, the Venice fishing pier, and then we got Marina del Rey just ahead. You see the marina there. That is Marina del Rey Harbor. And right to the right of that is the Venice fishing pier. So yeah, it's Marina del Rey. I don't see the. If it is there, it's really small. It's not straight ahead. It's more off to our right. The Santa Monica Pier. There is something over there, but it's not too much. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna go in for Santa Monica Airport. So we need to lose some altitude. You have Penmar Golf Course right there, of course. That's the course right off of 3, which is the runway we'll be taking right now. It's runway 3. Also have the Santa Monica College off in the distance to the left of Penmar Golf Course. Now, as being someone new with the helicopters, we'll see what happens here. I know for the most part you land down the runway heading, and then you kind of taxi to wherever you need to go. But of course, you have to do it in the air, so that's a whole skill to learn. So we'll just do our best to fly in here. But like I said, if you really like helicopters, I think you owe it to yourself to check Aerofly FS2 out. Because for $60, you get all this. You don't have to do any add-ons to really mess with it, unless you want some other areas like New York and Orbex is now developing areas. But just to explore LA, San Francisco, and Arizona, there's so much to do with what they provide you in the base sim. Alright, so I guess this would be our final for the helicopter ride today. Easily the most fun helicopter experience I've had, even though it's just an R22. Can't wait to get into some other ones. I hope Aerofly continues with the helicopters. Alright, so far so good. And I don't want to stop here, but we're just gonna turn to our left. Well, let's pretend actually that this little piece of whatever is a helicopter pad, and we'll land it there, just for the lack of skill right now to handle the taxiways. And after coming in from so far, I don't want to screw things up now, so we'll just treat this like it's a helicopter pad. Actually, I want to get a little more. We're landed, but I want to scoot up a little bit. I feel like I'm still in the runway. Alright, I'll put it down right here. Alright, that's going to do it. Just got to figure out where to turn it off from. Because I don't know much about this helicopter. I'm looking for a mixture or something. Oh, and there you go. You see, solo from right seat only. Well, that would make more sense that we would have sat in the right seat, but that's okay. At least he did. Well, we're just the passenger. Alright, everybody, thanks for checking out Aerofly FS2, the R22. It's been fun flying around LA, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So you take care, and see you next time.